In 1941, Jack Lummus was a 6'3", 200-pound rookie who played both offensive and defensive end for the New York Giants. Born on October 22, 1915, he was the youngest child and only boy born to Laura Frances Lummus and Andrew Jackson Lummus Sr. And from an early age, Jack had earned the reputation as a talented athlete.
He played baseball, he played football, I think he was in track in high school. He was tall, 6'4", and very athletic. He always had a passion for sports.
Jack's talent and determination earned him a scholarship to Baylor University, where he was an all-Southwest Conference player in both football and baseball.
He excelled in high school, college, and I believe he wanted to just test the limits of how far his athleticism would take him.
After a stellar collegiate career at Baylor, Jack had his sights set on being a pro. And in the spring of 1941, this country boy was off to the big city, where he signed a uniformed player's contract with the New York Football Giants.
It's amazing to me, just the story in and of itself, of how a small-town boy from Ennis, Texas, found his way to try out for the New York Giants. And yet, there he was.
Everybody liked Jack. He was one of the Giants. He was a shy guy until he got on the field. And then he was one of the boys. Oh, he was what we used to call a real country boy.
Jack would only play in 9 games for the Giants, but he quickly earned praise for his talent, determination, and hard work. New York's final game of the regular season was against their crosstown rival, the Brooklyn Dodgers. The date was December the 7th, 1941.
I was carrying the ball when they made the announcement that we were at war with Japan, and they just bombed Pearl Harbor. And that took the wind out of everybody.
Jack played his final game with the Giants in the 1941 NFL Championship game, a 37-9 loss to the Chicago Bears. But with the United States now at war, Jack decided that his love of country far outweighed his passion for sports.
His greatest passion was to play football, yet when the war broke out, his calling was to serve his country.
On January 30th, 1942, Jack Lummus enlisted in the United States Marine Corps, and he penned a letter to Giants owner Jack Mara, letting him know of his courageous decision.
Dear Jack, I joined the Marines about 7 weeks ago and have just now completed my preliminary training here in San Diego. Jack, I would like to take this opportunity to tell you how much I enjoyed playing with the Giants and to thank Duke, Wellington, Mr. Mara, and Coach Owen for everything. I'll never forget my rookie year with the Giants. Best of luck this coming season. Yours truly, Jack Lummus.
Lummus quickly rose through the military ranks, and by 1944, he was assigned as an executive officer and company commander. A year later, as the fighting intensified, Jack's unit was called into action. And on the morning of February 19, 1945, he landed on Iwo Jima in the first wave of assault troops.
Lieutenant Jack Lummus was selected to come up and take us through the gorge. He was to come up and dig us out of our foxholes and get us going.
The Battle of Iwo Jima was one of the most savage in the history of the Marine Corps. After twice being knocked over by grenade blasts, Lummus continued to lead his men in combat when he stepped on a landmine, blowing off both of his legs. But he miraculously pulled himself up, courageously giving orders to his troops.
The heroism, unspeakable valor that he displayed on that day.
Men who served under him loved him. They'd go anywhere with him. They said so.
Lummus died that day on Iwo Jima, and his last words to the attending medic was, "I guess the New York Giants have lost the services of a damn good end."
Jack was a real goer right from the start, and had football on his mind to his death. And he said the Giants had lost a great end, and we all agreed that they had. There was a lot of tears in the dressing room.
Knowing that he had mortal wounds, to go back to think of his dream of being with the Giants and what they had lost, and it shows his love of sports and his love for the Giants.